here's Alex.
Thanks very much. Hello there. It's been a bit chilly this morning and quite chilly out there now. We have got a lot of sunshine out there, some lovely spells of sunshine. This photograph taken in Norfolk. There's some areas of high level cloud around, just making that sunshine a little bit hazy in places. For the outlook, it's fairly changeable, and we are going to see some spells of wind and rain through this week. There will be drier interludes with brief ridges of high pressure, which is what essentially we have at the moment. So we've got lots of light winds out there, but we have seen one or two showers just drifting in from the North Sea across parts of Norfolk. So temperatures in the single figures, 6 or 7 degrees for most of us, and we can expect some more spells of sunshine, perhaps a fleeting shower in Norfolk, but most stay dry. Now into the evening and overnight, for the first part of the night, it's going to be pretty chilly. Temperatures are expected to get below freezing, so the risk of a frost. More cloud moving in towards the end of the night, and perhaps just the odd spot of rain. It's tied into a very weak weather front, which really won't trouble us in terms of rainfall, and we're still under the influence of this ridge of high pressure. But later tomorrow, we're going to see this weather front pushing in from the west, and that's going to bring us some fairly windy conditions and also some spells of rain overnight into Thursday. But the day itself, it'll get off to a bit of a chilly start. There'll generally be more cloud around compared with today, but we should see some bright or sunny spells breaking through the cloud, and it is expected to stay largely dry. Now in terms of temperatures, similar figures to today, around 6 or 7 degrees for most of us. Generally a light wind, but as this weather front starts to push in from the west, the winds will increase. So eventually we'll start to see spells of rain, but a prediction of where this rain is likely to be by about 10 o'clock. So some heavy bursts of rain pushing through for most of us overnight and into Thursday. It'll take us time to clear on Thursday, and then some drier weather on the way before this weather system starts to push through. So it's sort of changeable. We'll see some drier spells, some sunshine around, but fairly windy conditions pushing through with some outbreaks of rain. And the wind gusts on the chart just show you how windy it's likely to be. Could be quite stormy into the weekend. Some uncertainty on the detail. A quick look also at the overnight temperatures. Harriet.
Thanks, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Hi, Amelia.
What is the weather doing then?
Well, it's been quite calm today, Amelia. Yes, certainly a calm if chilly day. We've seen quite a bit of sunshine across the region, and the sun has set on what has been a relatively calm day. However, over the next few days, the outlook is looking slightly unsettled, and we are going to see some changeable weather conditions with some spells of wind and rain to come. Also, there will be some drier interludes, so it's not going to be continuous a spell of rain, windy conditions. Now for tonight, we have got a lot of clear sky out there, and it is going to be another chilly one. So we'll find temperatures dropping close to freezing, if not below, for the first half of the night. But the second half of the night, we'll start to see more cloud pushing in from the north. This is tied into a very weak weather front, so it's not going to trouble us very much, but it might just bring the odd spot of light rain or drizzle, and that could be around first thing tomorrow morning. Essentially tomorrow, though, we have this ridge of high pressure keeping things settled before this weather system pushes in from the west, but that shouldn't arrive until much later in the day. So for the day itself, we could expect perhaps a bit of a damp start. There'll be a fair bit of cloud around, but we should see that cloud thinning and breaking to allow a little bit of brightness and sunshine, but it's still going to be pretty chilly. So temperature wise, we're looking at highs of around 7 or 8 degrees for most of us. Now it's later in the day, we'll start to see the winds picking up, we'll start to feel the winds picking up, I should say, a brisk southwesterly and eventually some outbreaks of rain. And this is a computer prediction of where the rain's likely to be by about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So you can see that really for most of us, we won't see that rain until later. Some of it could be on the heavy side. It's also going to drag in and introduce a much milder air. We've got a series of weather systems to come. So for Thursday morning, we could see a lot of rain, some drier slots in the day, and then some rain pushing in later. But essentially these southwesterlies are going to drag in much milder conditions. So tomorrow night will be milder, and also Thursday we could be up into double figures. Some heavy rain pushes in later on Thursday, and then Friday still looking unsettled, but the thing to watch out for is potentially some stormy conditions on Saturday. We could find some pretty strong northerly winds developing, and then colder weather following behind. Amelia.
Alex, thank you very much.
Hello, the weather conditions are going to be fairly changeable this week. Calm for tonight, a lot of clear sky out there and with light winds. We are going to find temperatures dropping close to freezing, if not just below. But increasing amounts of cloud towards the end of the night could produce a few spots of rain. It's tied into a weak weather front, but essentially we've got a ridge of high pressure keeping things settled tomorrow before this moves in later on. So we can expect perhaps a cloudy start, a few spots of light rain or drizzle at first, brighter skies following, perhaps some sunshine, but still staying pretty chilly at around 6 or 7 degrees. It's later in the day, the winds will pick up from the southwest, and eventually we'll start to see some outbreaks of rain pushing in. For most of us, that rain not arriving until the overnight period, but some wet and windy conditions on the way for the end of the week and into the weekend.